Okay guys, so there's a new Kirby game out, a Kirby and the Forgotten Land game. My kids absolutely love Kirby, and so much so they play all the Kirby games. Now, strangely enough, my eldest son is the one that's really into Kirby, but it was his younger brother's birthday not so long ago, and he's the one who really wants the new Kirby and the Forgotten Land game. But oddly enough, my eldest son's the one who has all the Kirby stuff, so his profile on his Switch is a Kirby picture, as is my profile. My profile avatar on my Switch is of Kirby. My other son's actually a dinosaur because he's into dinosaurs more. But they both love Kirby games, and that sort of got me thinking and managed to get me up in my loft. And lo and behold, up in my loft, which I have, a original Game Boy. One of the very first Game Boys when they first come out. I bought it when it first came out many years ago, and I got Tetris with it, if I remember rightly. So it's got a magnifier across it at the moment, but to be honest with you, it's not in brilliant condition. It's a bit manky, but I did remember that when I had this up in the loft, I also had some games for it. I've got some Game Boy games. Now, the games I had for it are nothing special. I've got a golf game, I've got a snooker game, and I've got a couple of games I've never even opened that are still in the loft. And I think I've even got a game for the Game Boy Advance, but I'll come to that. But the game I have got for the Game Boy is Kirby's Pinball Land, which I loved. I never had the Kirby's Dreamland, which is one of the games my son was after playing. He was looking and said, "Oh, have you got Kirby's Dreamland?" Unfortunately, I haven't, no. So I took around this and this for them to have a look at. But luckily, also in the loft at the same point, I also have a Game Boy Pocket. So this came out a bit later than the original Game Boy. This came out before the Game Boy Color. This is a much smaller version, therefore making it a pocket version, but it's also got a bigger screen, so better size for your pocket, bigger screen than on the original Game Boy, clearer screen. The downside to this, when I took it around to the kids to have a go with it and they had a play of the Kirby game, the game screen is a bit weak and you can hardly see it. You can see here, it's a little bit sort of, shall we say, faded. It's not the best. Now, that's not to say that the Game Boy Pocket is any better. That's still quite faded. It's not too bad. You can see the game, you can play the game a little bit better, and my youngest son, the one that's getting the new Kirby game, had great fun playing the Kirby Pinball for a while. The one thing they found out on these games is that they are a little bit harder than some of the new games you see. So we wanted to go for a bit of nostalgia, and my older son's really keen on playing all the Nintendo Kirby games, which isn't that easy, because if I haven't got the games in this cartridge version for the Game Boy, there's a bit of a problem, because some of the games obviously aren't available now. You could buy them if you wanted to. Kids have got DS's, but unfortunately theirs are the new DS's. I've got the old Flip DS, whereas the DS games go in the back, but these actually had, when they were new, a slot for the Game Boy Advance games. So on this DS you can play Game Boy Advance games through the front. So I have got a Game Boy Advance game upstairs. I have never unpacked it and got it out, but I shall try that on here at some point. The thing is, they've got the Switch. So if you've got an online account with your Switch, you can use the Switch to play various numbers of Entertainment System and Super Entertainment System games. So this is the new Kirby and Forgotten Land on your Switch. You can get this, as you can see, for $49.99, and as you can see at the top, in the very top hand corner above the price, you can see my little Kirby symbol, which is my avatar for my Nom account. If you've got an online Switch account, then you can pick up the Nintendo Entertainment System and the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. And here in the Nintendo Entertainment System, you can already see, if you go through it, that you've got Kirby's Adventure. So Kirby's first Entertainment System or colour game, and you've got Kirby's Adventure with a special edition as well. So if you had enough of the Nintendo Entertainment System and you go into the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, you've got some Kirby games, and in fact you've actually got Kirby's Dream Course. You've also got Kirby's Dreamland 3. But you also got, on top of that, you also get Kirby Superstar, which my son also loves playing. Now this one unfortunately loves playing against me, and I don't know, I do get a bit worn out with him because he's always rushing through this. This is a basic sort of a load of mini games, which is alright, it's a bit of fun. Now luckily the kids have also got Google based tablet. I don't know if you use your phone for games or not, but actually on your phone you can get games that emulate other consoles. So luckily there's an emulator for the Game Boy original, Game Boy black and white that we have in here. So the versions on your phone of the Game Boy anyway, it's much clearer and much easier to see and easier to play actually. And even on the Game Boy Advance you can actually get Game Boy Advance emulator for your phone. It's called My Boy, it's free. So basically you load this up, you get adverts with it, but it will play Game Boy Advance games if you download the ROMs. So actually the kids can now play, and again it looks quite clear, it's quite nice to play. If you're playing it on a tablet you can actually play it in landscape mode, which actually means you get the whole screen. And if you're using an 8-inch tablet to play one of the old Game Boy Advance games, it actually looks really clear. Payback, it's never been out of its packet, a Game Boy Advance game, so I've never had a chance to play them. So I'm going to have a go now. So in theory this is supposed to be quite simple. You just take out the bottom part of your DS, or your DS Lite. Game Boy Advance game, still in its wrapper, never been used. This apparently slots into there, like so, and then let's see what happens. Wow, and it loads straight into the game. But look at that. So you don't get anything on the bottom screen. The bottom screen is not working at all, but the Game Boy Advance part definitely working up here. Never played the game, no idea what it's about. So far I'm not overly impressed. Looks a bit like GTA. Okay. But that definitely works on a DS anyway. So I must admit I still prefer having two screens. Similar type of game. I mean, it's still a top-down type game, to be honest, as you can see. So anyway, that sums it up for the Kirby game, the Game Boy and the DS, and the Nintendo Entertainment System, the Nintendo Super Entertainment System, and of course the Switch. The weather hasn't been as brilliant as it could be, so it's not been as easy to get the drone out and do stuff that I want to do. But it's a good drone, I love it. I mean, the batteries, I've only used one battery still, even though I've done a fair bit of flying just to have a play with it, not actually film much. But the batteries last forever because it's nearly a 30-minute per battery, which is ridiculous compared to the Spark that was on about 15 minutes per battery. But you will see more stuff with the drone from me soon, hopefully. As I said, the weather comes out a bit nicer, I'll be out as much as I can with it.